What's up guys, Draco here, with a tiny rabbit pet, talking about rabbits. Pet, this is a toy. I'm bad at English. That's why I shouldn't have made a channel about speaking. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I named it as a kid, but it's a rabbit. Hello. Hello. Hi, I'm a rabbit. Hello. Yeah, so this is just tiny Draco's rabbit pet, because it might not have a name. I don't know, I like looking at old toys and just being like, hey, that was nice when I was a kid, full of wonder, full of whimsy, just enjoying life. And now I'm a cynical adult who's depressed. Yep. No, I actually had a really good week. I got a selfie with Lydia the Bard, one of my favourite singers, on Monday. And that was really cool, because I went to a concert where she was opening. Yeah, and I've been having a pretty decent week. Revision for exams are not the best, but like, hey, nothing that I can be like, that was horrible, I'm gonna complain, yada yada yada. Everything's been alright. So yeah. But anyway, rabbits. It's Easter, so I don't know what else I would talk about. I've realised I don't actually know what sound a rabbit makes. And like, this is really bad, because I had a pet rabbit when I was a kid. It died a while back, but I did have one. See, I have no idea what sound a rabbit makes. Like, maybe? I can think of like obviously there's like crunching carrots and stuff. Like, does it just make a noise? Like, cows go moo, sheep go baa, rabbits go something. But yeah, I was thinking rabbits are just really cute. They're just fun, and they hop along. I feel like, do rabbits hop that much? I don't actually know. I know they do in a lot of media, but I don't actually know if they do in, like, life. Like, do they, like, jump high, or do they just sort of leaps and bounds? And, like, vaguely go, like, whoop, yoop, yoop. You know? But yeah, rabbits are really cool. I think someone should make a movie about a rabbit being tired of laying eggs and trying to find the true meaning of Easter. Because, yeah, rabbits shouldn't lay eggs. Why did we make a mammal the mascot of the season about laying eggs? I'm sure someone's done, like, a PhD thesis on, like, why rabbits have been, like, synonymous with Easter. No, that's a kangaroo I'm thinking of. I was thinking, like, maybe it's because they rear their young. I genuinely don't know why. Is it just because it's, like, spring and we see a lot of rabbits and they're also kind of cute? Because I just feel like a chicken is better in most ways. But I feel like the chicken gets such a good rap that it's like, well... Or maybe it's just the fact that they don't want us to eat our, like, animal fruit. So it's like, let's choose a cute animal people don't eat. A rabbit. That's my theory. Yeah, I really don't know. Why is the rabbit the, like, poster boy for... Poster boy? I don't know. But, like, why is it the Easter mascot? Anyway. What's it called? I just like that they have big floppy ears, small tails, jump around. It's very fun. Very lovable. I also feel like we've been sort of conditioned to hate certain animals and love others, and I feel a bit bad. Like, I know this is about rabbits, I'm saying their praises, but I do feel a bit bad for a lot of animals like spiders, snakes, that everyone's just like, oh, that's creepy. I'm like, here's my take, which very well may be completely wrong, and there may be a bunch of scientific evidence saying, hey, it's actually genetic. But I think that we aren't born scared of any animals, and it's all conditioned. I have heard that there are studies that if you show a snake to a person who doesn't like it, then they might, like, who doesn't have a concept of snakes, then they're often scared. But I don't actually know anything about the study and how reputable it was. But I just think the fact that there's so many people who see snakes and grow up around them and then aren't scared about them, not about them, does that work? Who knows? implies to me that there must be something deeper going on. There's a chance that there's something about a genetic disposition, but who knows? Well, I'm sure a lot of people know, but I don't. But yeah, I feel like it's like especially spiders. Like maybe if you live in a place with like venomous spiders, that might be different. Because I know, like, to some extent, memories are passed down through DNA. Or, like, fears and stuff. It's weird. I don't really understand biology. But yeah. I do feel like the fact that people are scared of spiders is often a result of conditioning. Because I don't think there's anything innately more, like, dangerous about a spider. At least in countries where they aren't poisonous or venomous or whatever, than, say, like a butterfly. But everyone thinks, oh, butterflies are so pretty. Oh, spiders are terrifying. I'm like, is that genetic? I don't think so. I think we've just been taught to love some animals because they're cute and rounded and fluffy, and hate others because they're scaly and stuff. And it's just like, it's a bit sad. I love snakes. Love gecko. I think people like geckos, actually. Yeah, also, why do people, like, hate snakes but love geckos? I am a massive gecko fan. I've been told I have gecko vibes by quite a few people, and I am riding that high. Am I riding that high? I don't know. I'm vaguely happy about it. I'm not like, yay, I'm a gecko vibe giver. But, you know, I always say, but, you know, I really need to get better at just learning to say a sentence and then just let it sit. I think it's just, if I put a long pause in a sentence, I'm worried that... What am I worried about, to be honest? I don't know. Whenever I try and rationalize my irrational decisions, it's always just like, oh, that's actually not that, you know. Done it again. I need to do, like, a swear jar, but for, like, just saying, you know. But yeah, maybe it's just I don't like being silent. Like, obviously for a video, I don't want to just sit there thinking for, like, ages. But I also do this in real life, where I just put a bunch of filler phrases, and I've realised that if I just got better at talking, then the amount of time I would spend talking would be cut down by quite a significant amount. And I think that if I just cut out every time I say a bunch of those filler phrases, I mean, filler words like and stuff, that's different because it's really not adding much time. But when I just add, like, oh, you know, stuff like that, it's sort of just adding to, like, the time I'm speaking without... I guess I am getting extra time to think. I don't know. I don't know is another thing I say a lot. But I think that's more so trying to present my personality of not being confident or not trying to say I'm certain about things. Because I don't want people to get the impression that I'm being really assertive with my views. I mean, I've not said anything that's really controversial. To be fair, I've given the opinion of, like, conditioning. But I do sometimes say things that I'm like, hey, this is what I think. I actually understand that a lot of people might agree with this, and you might have very valid reasons to disagree with it. Did I say agree the first time? Anyway. But yeah. This was about rabbits, and I've not said much about rabbits. In fact, I've dunked on rabbits for half of it. To be clear, I'm not hating on rabbits. I love rabbits. They're adorable. I'm just saying that there's a lot of other animals that are equally adorable that we're not really giving the time of day because it's not our conventional thing of, like, oh, it's fluffy and cute. It's just like, you know. But rabbits are great. They also don't lay eggs. I still don't get why they're the mascot to Easter, but I'm probably going to Google that after this, and maybe they'll get answers, maybe I won't. Who knows? But yeah. Also, I'm a huge snake apologist because they're my favourite animal. Snakes are just so cool. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Oh wait, hold on. One last. Where is that ring? snake ring. Cool. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. This has been Draco's Random Thoughts about rabbits. It's not been very rabbity, but I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. Yep. Bye.